Thank you, everybody, for watching our wonderful Tuesday Tidbits over the last year. We really appreciate it. We're equally as surprised at how many downloads and actually how many views we've had. And we never thought in a million years people would love to hear little bits of business advice or business stories with a little humorous twist. So obviously, you've enjoyed it. We look forward to doing this for the next upcoming year. I know this one's a little bit longer of a normal video than we normally do, but stay tuned to the end. You don't want to miss our outtakes. And once again, thank you, everybody, for a wonderful year, and we look forward to the next. So here we go, sitting up. Waitress is thinking we're crazy because we kept asking for more and more placemats to draw out our business plan, put it all together, and lo and behold, within 3 months, we had product in multiple states throughout the country, and our client was happy.
So, as we all know, there's always two sides to a story. Mike told the sunshine and roses version. The parts that are stuck in my head are things like shipping costs for bulk products. You know how much it costs to send a package of fresh baked Portuguese muffins from Cape Cod to southeastern Michigan, store them, and then distribute them to the grocery store chains? No, he didn't mention that.
Here's his interpretation of the day. He got home. My wife said, "How'd it go?" He said, "Hey, it was fun hanging with Dad, but he swears a lot during the day, hangs the phone up really hard a lot, walks down the hallway mumbling to himself a lot, and then just is always answering the phone trying to solve an issue that comes up." Good interpretation. All of you as business owners or executives know exactly what he's talking about, because that's exactly what our days are like.
Her solution? Send Wagner out on speaking engagements. The good news was the first one was a conference being held at Walt Disney World. The bad news is the topic was information technology, because our head of IT just resigned. Now, my background's in supply chain management. Heck, I can't even spell IT, let alone talk about it for an hour.
So today we're going to talk about controlling your anger, which, being Sicilian, I am an authority on the subject. So here's what I've learned to do, and nowadays you can get away with it. Just kind of temper it down, take a deep breath, but on your way home, when you're in the car by yourself, then you can unload. And it's really not embarrassing, because anyone else driving next to you thinks you're just having a conversation on your phone anyway. You get it all out of your system, you get home, you can relax, you can change, you can have a nice quiet evening.
When I saw about a dozen empty liquor bottles, my dad sitting there with this weird look on his face, my mom with a National Geographic open to the back where all the military schools were circled, and was thinking about sending me to either rehab or military school, because obviously I am an alcoholic at 13. So I come in, I tell them, no, you don't understand. I've been selling this stuff to all the kids in the neighborhood, which wasn't a great answer at that point in time. My dad said, "Well, if you've been selling it, I want to see how much money you've made." So I went down to my bedroom, come up with a shoebox. Now, mind you, it was a cowboy shoebox, so therefore it's rather big. I opened it up and all of this money spilled out.
Finally, after spending a lot of time and effort trying to get this guy happy, we finally realized we can't. And so we just parted ways. I called him up and I said, "I'm sorry. I appreciate your business, but we're just not the right supplier." Wow, that didn't set well. He went up one side of me and down the other. And then he said, "I need to talk to your supervisor," of which I replied, "I'm the owner. How much higher do you want to go?"
Here's another quote, "But we've always done it that way." Yeah, tell that one to Blockbuster. I thought I should probably learn a little bit of the Arabic language. Yeah, that idea lasted about a week. Instead, what I found is that people wanted to practice their English with me. Plus, it often came with free taxi rides or a free milkshake at Johnny Rockets. I can tell you where to get the best shawarma in many different cities and countries.
And basically, it's a group of business owners that get together once a month, either in person or virtually, and they talk about their business. It's a very candid conversation. It's very confidential. And the real benefit, these guys are going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You want cheerleading? Call your mom. Today we're going to talk about family businesses. Now, I worked with my father for over 30 years, and we had some lively conversations during that time. You can imagine two Sicilians locking horn, and it's true when they say the fruit doesn't fall far from the tree.
And walked up to the whiteboard, took the eraser, ran it down, and realized, didn't erase anything. Could feel the sweat going down the back of my neck and thinking, wow, this is going to be a really interesting thing. You hear of a Snickers moment. This was worse than that. Took the eraser, tried it a second time, at which point in time I heard the CEO go, who in the world missed the sign and brought in a Sharpie into this room? So I guess there was signs all over the place on the outside. There was even signs on the tray where all the markers were that said, please double check that you are not using a permanent marker on these walls. So thank God I wasn't the first one to make this mistake. But $10,000 in damages later, it was a very unique experience of sitting in front of a client early on and realizing, wow, I didn't read the signs either.
You might be wondering why I'm wearing an old t-shirt, hair's a mess, and haven't shaved in a couple of days. Well, there's a point to this story. One of the things that we always tell everybody is you never know who and when you're going to meet somebody that could potentially be an investor, a strategic partner, or somebody that can help you launch your idea or your business out into the future. And one of the things that we see happen all the time is people judge based on how you approach them and what they look like and how they handle themselves. If you need grocery money, you might come talk to me because I left $34.87 in the checking account when I did that business. Needless to say, a 2-week into marriage bride looking at the husband thinking, what in the heck did I just walk into? Was an experience of a lifetime.
Hi, I'm Jim Wagner, and this is your pot. The on the roll.
I screwed that one up. Yeah, hang on, let me just go.
Hi, I'm Jim Wagner, and this is your business, plain and simple. This is Jim starting again.
Hello, this is Michael Kashubsky, and today's business, plain and simple, Tuesday Tidbit.